July 7th is a big date in music history. It was on this date in 1940 that Beatle Ringo Starr was born. It was on this date in 1954 that an Elvis Presley song was first broadcast on radio. Exactly 7 years between those two events was the birth of singer David Hodo in 1947. David Hodo is better known as the construction worker from the Village People. Oh, yes. And to Mr. Hodo, we say, 61 is still, young man. There's no need to feel down. Let's play oddball. We begin in Sichuan province in China for the first ever non-cute, non-cuddly panda bear video. Oh, that was a panda cub being born. Guo Guo is the mom. She had twin cubs. The first cub was taken to be monitored by zoo staff. The second, born 30 minutes later, was monitored in Guo Guo's mouth. The panda cubs are the firstborn since China's devastating May earthquake. Zoo officials say thus far both cubs are healthy and apparently delicious. Finally to Finland, where we join their annual wife-carrying contest, already in progress. 48 couples from 13 countries competed this year. The rules are simple. A man carries a woman on his back over ridiculous obstacles. The winner gets his wife's weight in beer. The wife gets to reclaim her dignity in some other lifetime. As you can see, some couples do better than others. The race is said to be derived from a time many years ago when intertribal wife-stealing was all the rage. Oh, that means in this race, the wife you carry doesn't necessarily have to be your own. This year, a couple from Estonia took first place, with Alex Rodriguez carrying Madonna, finishing second. A-Rod might be looking for volunteers to carry after his wife filed for divorce today. The fallout from the Madonna A-Rod late-night visits to her New York City apartment excitement. Before we go there, the attack ads in the presidential campaign. The RNC goes after Obama for towing the Democratic Party line. But wouldn't that be kind of a good thing in a year when voters identify with Democrats more than the Republicans by a double-digit margin? That's next. But first, time for Countdown's top 3 best persons in the world. Number 3, an actual best person, Tony Odierno, who was asked by the New York Yankees to throw out the ceremonial first pitch at their home game this past 4th of July. Odierno fittingly got the call on our nation's birthday, not because he works for the Yankees as an intern, but because he was also a lieutenant in the U.S. Army when he lost an arm to a rocket-propelled grenade in Iraq 4 years ago. After his pitch, Odierno was roundly cheered by the stadium faithful before presumably walking one of the least traveled paths in baseball, from pitching mound back to the desk marked intern. Number 2, best non-American hero, Robert P. Farnham of Waukesha, Wisconsin, was sent to the hospital last week complaining of a heart attack after dining at an Applebee's restaurant. At the hospital, Farnham was seen by a doctor who then called the police. According to the doctor, Farnham had been in the emergency room several times in the past month. Each trip was the result of a fake heart attack to get out of restaurant bills, cab fares, and one time to skip out on staff at a strip club. Farnham now faces fraud charges, possible jail time, and a really hard time persuading the emergency room staff he's serious if he ever really does need medical help. And number 1, best non-potato chip. Procter & Gamble, the maker of Pringles, has successfully argued in a British court that their product is not a potato chip. Pringles are also officially now not even potato sticks, potato puffs, or similar products made from the potato. Why is that a win for Procter & Gamble? A ruling otherwise would result in Pringles being heavily taxed. Procter & Gamble's lawyers proudly argued to the court that their product had a shape not found in nature and pointed out that a typical Pringle contains less than 50% potato. We're not sure what makes up the other half of a Pringle besides potato, but we're hoping it has nothing to do with the giant mustache of the Pringles dude on the can.
Then you got the fever for the flavor of a Pringle. Then you got the